just wanna play, I wanna sing my song, I just wanna run and not be gone too long. 'Cause this time is precious still, I wanna keep it close to me. I'm wishing on a star to make more time to see. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. You can always dream, no one's taken that from you, only you can see it through, just like the way you do. So feed it from your soul and weigh it from both sides. The fulcrum and the tides will give direction that you'll know. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. When you make the time, it's a game of give and take. When the balance is at stake, you need to take a look inside, look deep into your heart, and remember how it feels. It's where the answer lies and tells you what is real. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming.
Hello, Celebration Center, and welcome. My name is Stephanie Snow. I'm on the board here, and I am your host this morning. If you're online, please say hi in the chat. If you're in the room, silence your cell phones, but leave them on if you want to be on the online chat. If you're here for the first time, welcome. We would love to get to know you. If you are in person and comfortable standing up, you can tell us how you got here, if you would like.
Hi, my name is Kazuko, and after this morning, CSD had a service here. Then I found out your service is starting at 11, and I'm quite interested in spiritual or such things. So
Wonderful.
yeah, maybe this is some everything has reason, So I just came back to join.
Wonderful. And what is your name again?
Kazuko.
Kazuko. Welcome, Kazuko.
Originally I'm from Japan.
From Japan. Wow, wonderful. Thank you. We ask you to fill out a guest card if you want. It's on the table over there, so you can get our great newsletter that comes out every week.
Oh, you just so.
Yes, it tells you all the good things happening here. And if you want to, you can if you're online, you can fill out a guest card online with this QR code. We have a wonderful service planned for you. Please join me thanking our awesome tech crew. And today we are saying goodbye to part of our awesome tech crew. Thank you. We're saying goodbye. I know, but then the other part is thank you and good luck to TJ. You'll hear more from us about him later. Pam Lambert is the practitioner on platform today. And Cary Bayer is joining us online as our guest speaker to awaken our creative genius. And Amy Steinberg is our guest musician. Announcements. This Thursday, we're having art night with Miriam. Please let her know. Thursday night, let her know if you are coming so she can bring enough supplies. Next Sunday, we're having our monthly board meeting, August 25th, after the service at 12:15. And next week, our very own Reverend Faith Woods is speaking, and All Angles, our resident choir, provides our music. Our guest musician, Amy Steinberg, comes to us from Asheville, North Carolina, where she lives a truly Renaissance life of creativity and expression. She is a minister, musician, writer, and teacher, and loves New Thought teachings. She has several collections of recorded music that can be found on all platforms. Please welcome Amy.
Greetings, Celebration Center. This is Amy Steinberg. So glad to be with you. Here's an opening chant that you might know. I encourage you to sing with me. It's good for you. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. That's the whole tune. It's really fun to sing if you can get into it. It feels good. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I more time. The luminous love light of the one. The luminous love light. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Yes.
Good morning. My name is Pam Lambert, and I'm the practitioner for today. Good to see old faces, old familiar faces. And this is my first time, so please be very kind, very gentle. So first we're going to do our visioning. Please join me for our visioning. And it says, don't say it until Ivor puts the vision up. Okay. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. Okay, so today we have Cary Bear speaking about Awaken Your Creative Genius. So I picked this book, You Are Enough by David Walker, who's one of the early ministers, I believe, in our movement. And the little article is, Your Enoughness is Creative. So it says, we create by means of the sum total of everything that is going on in our minds. Our thoughts, attitude, beliefs, opinions, and feelings all combine to form our consciousness, and that determines our experience. We consciously or unconsciously develop our minds in one way or another. There are people who are famous, or should I say infamous, for using the power of their own minds in a terribly destructive way, and people famous for using the same power in wonderful ways. The power never changes, only our use of it changes. One use of power is to decide that we don't have what it takes to have a career that makes us happy, because maybe our resume isn't good enough, or there just aren't enough jobs to go around, or no one really appreciates what we have to offer. It's pretty obvious that we are developing something we won't like. That's why we tell someone who is thinking this way to stop it. At some level, we all know that there is a connection between our experience of life and the way we use our mind. That connection is one of cause and effect. What's going on in our mind is cause, and what we experience is the effect. And you cannot have one without the other. We use our enoughness to create success or failure, but neither identifies us. Success and failure are just experiences that we, as creative beings, have the power to cause. You are not your successes, nor are you your failures. You are life, and life is greater than the way it shows up in the world. We are not creative beings by choice. We are creative by nature, and there is nothing that we can do about it. So, now we're going to have a little relaxation time. Let's relax, and we're going to take some deep breaths together. We're going to take 3 breaths, and we're going to inhale on 3, hold it for 3, and exhale on 3. So let's inhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Let's inhale last time, 2, 3, hold it, 2, 3, and exhale. Now I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze and feel the support of your chair and the surface beneath your feet. I invite you to focus on your heart center, becoming aware of the energy of love and lights expanding there. Imagine it flowing out into this room and into the world. Take a moment to continue this experience and experience your inner light that radiates from your heart. Now feel a connection to our beloved community, to each other, to those in the room, to those online, and those that will be watching in the future. And so now turning within, this is a time to bring up any condition, person, place, or thing that might need a little bit more attention, a little more light to shine on it. And so as we just bring to mind that person or situation for just a minute, a few seconds, holding that person or situation in the light, knowing that the truth of all life is perfection. There is only one divine intelligence, one divine energy, one love, one life with a capital L. I know that that life is good. It is filled with love, life, joy, peace, harmony, and that is absolutely the truth of our being. We are part of that divine intelligence. It created everything out of itself, and so we are each and every one of us divine, individualized expressions of all there is. And so I know that life is good, that as we turn to the truth of our being and reveal, allow, and accept our good, that life flows smoothly. And so I bless this time together today, all the people online watching, the people here with us today, the people coming in the future, knowing that it is all good. And so I just release it, I let it be, and together we can say, and so it is. Okay, and we believe in the power of prayer. And so there is a prayer request. Is this the green? There's a prayer request that we can find here or online. There, I'm sure there's a prayer request button to push. And you can ask one of the practitioners either after service here in person or go to the website, request prayer, and the practitioners will be working on that prayer at least the week, right? Throughout the week. Mm-hmm. They get it immediately. The practitioners get it immediately. And you get your result immediately, depending on if you're willing to accept and allow your good. Okay, and so now I think we're having special music. Okay, thank you.
Let's make some love. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love, sweet love, comes through. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love is the only truth. Love is the only truth. Lead me, love, lead me on. strong. Lead me, love, help me grow. Lead me, love, lead me home. Let's make love, let's create love. Come on, come on, let's produce pure truth with the locked eyes and soul sighs from deep, deep within the sleep. Let's wake and make love all night, all morning, all day. We'll keep on going and going and going, and hey, soon if we continue to make love, the love we create will start showing and our spirits will grow glowing, lighter and brighter and bold, and we can hold it out like a long, perfect note. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love, sweet love, comes through. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love is the only truth, yeah. Love is the only truth. Out of fairy dust and moonbeams and rainbows, make the brain slow to a meditative state where we relate with rays of radiance that reach way beyond today and way beyond anything I could ever say. Lead me, love, lead me on. When I'm weary, make me strong. Lead me, love, help me grow. Lead me, love, lead me, love, lead me home. Love, will you lead me home? A little love compilation for you.
Thank you, Amy. So we have another treat for you. Our guest speaker is Cary. He is a keynote speaker and life coach who's worked with Oscar winners like Alan Arkin and Emmy winners like David Steinberg. He's the author of 17 books, including How to Create a Lovelihood, Prospering by Living on Purpose. He's also a former TM teacher and the founder of Higher Self Healing Meditation. Please welcome Cary.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. And in fact, I'm only about an hour and 3/4 away from Amy. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina in Beach Mountain, not too far from her. My favorite introduction to talks is a quote from George Burns, who said that the secret of a good sermon is to have a good beginning and a good ending, and to have the two as close together as possible. So I will be brief, but hopefully inspiring today. God is defined differently in many religions and cultures, but almost universally, the main word used to describe this higher power is creator. Our scriptures tell us that we are each made in the image of God. That means we are all creators. Human potential writer George Leonard said, and this is a quote, "The ultimate creative capacity of the brain may be, for all practical purposes, infinite." So with regard to creativity, Coca-Cola years ago was right when they said, in the back of your mind, what you're hoping to find is the real thing. In this case, creativity is that real thing. The scriptures say the creator, the scriptures say the creator said, "Let there be light," and there was light, which means that God creates through intentions and words. And the same is true for you and for me. Your reality is shaped and created, more technically, co-created with God, the creative force of the universe, through your thought and your speech. With affirmations and the conscious use of language, you can further create the kind of life you'd most truly wish to live. Today's lesson is about more than just this creativity. It's about expanding your creativity in the more traditional sense of the word. Creativity expresses itself in writing, singing, painting, drawing, sculpting, dancing, acting, inventing, cooking, baking, so many other ways. But it also expresses itself in architecture, interior design, fashion design, gardening, and landscaping, and the list is virtually endless. If you look at it more expansively, creativity also speaks to manifesting anything in life. That means a life partner, a better job, more clients, launching your dream business, and so on. There is a creative source deep within you that can stimulate creativity in limitless ways. This creative source is referred to by many different names. The ancient Greeks believed human beings are inspired to create in a variety of arts and sciences by 9 muses, sisters, each of whom was concerned with inspiring creativity in a particular means of expression. Does anyone know the name of any muse and her subject? Here's a pop quiz for you. All right. I don't see any hands or anything in the chat, so I'll tell you. Clio is the muse of history, Thalia the muse of comedy, Erato, love poetry, Euterpia, song and elegiac poetry, Polyhymnia, hymns, Calliope, epic poetry, Terpsichore, dance, Urania, astronomy, and Melpomene, tragedy. There's a famous Masonic lodge in pre-revolutionary France, Paris, which was called Les 9 Sœurs, the 9 sisters or 9 muses. People like Benjamin Franklin, Voltaire, and other Enlightenment figures used to go there. As a side effect of this movement of muses, the word museum, which originally meant cult place of the muses, came to refer to a place for the public display of knowledge. In our Judeo-Christian culture, we think of God as the source of our creativity in any means through which our creativity could flow. Those with a more psychological orientation might think of the unconscious as the source of human creativity. Jungians, for example, see the unconscious as the source of creativity and archetypes. There are many ways to inspire creativity, but before I discuss them, I want to look at the word inspiration itself. The dictionary defines it in 2 ways. 1, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. The quality of having been so stimulated, especially when evident in something, a person or thing that stimulates in this way, a sudden, brilliant, creative, or timely idea, the divine influence believed to have led to the writing of the Bible. Now, there's a second definition, and that is the drawing in of breath, inhalation. In other words, a person is inspired when he has inspired. That is, he breathed in a finer kind of air. Now, a great way to awaken your creativity is to change your inspiration. In other words, to change the way you breathe. Earlier, we saw the value of taking in some deep breaths. Great creative ideas have come through relaxation. The great German chemist Friedrich Kekule discovered the benzene ring while asleep in a dream. Yeah, it's hard to get more relaxed than that. Sir Isaac Newton had an aha experience with gravity. He came to see an apple fall from a tree. He was relaxed at the time. Albert Einstein intuited vital parts of his relativity theory while sitting in a relaxed way on a non-moving train as a nearby train left the station. Einstein, perhaps regarded as the greatest genius of the 20th century, understood that expansion of consciousness was pivotal for creative breakthroughs. For example, he wrote, and this is a quote, you probably heard this one before, but it's worth repeating because it's so profound. Existing problems, he said, cannot be solved at the same level of consciousness that created them. He quipped, and this is another quote from Einstein, "Why is it that I always get my best ideas while shaving?" The answer, of course, is if you don't want to cut yourself repeatedly, you shave in a relaxed way. Anyone who's ever shaved knows the value of being relaxed while shaving. Another exercise that I think is great for stimulating creativity is meditation. Personally, I started practicing transcendental meditation when I was 17 and began teaching it to many hundreds of people around the world by the age of 20. So that was, let's see, 20, that was, I guess, about 10 years ago. Okay, maybe a little longer. And then in 2010, I launched Higher Self-Healing Meditation. So that was 10 years ago. So let's see, I was about 27 at the time. Or to paraphrase Secret Agent Maxwell Smart from the TV show Get Smart, which some of you probably remember, would you believe 40? How about 50? Okay, well, we won't quibble with age. Meditation, I would say, in my personal experience, has been the biggest boon to my creative output. I can't tell you how many dozens, literally hundreds of times in meditation when my mind and body were in a deeply relaxed state and inspiration came completely innocently, effortlessly for a new book, a new workshop, a new DVD, etc. There are two principal reasons for the surges in creativity that results from meditating in the styles of at least the two that I'm familiar with, TM and higher self-healing meditation. And that is that the mind is unfocused and allowed to move, that there's no effort or concentration involved in these processes. This allows the mind to flow closer to the source of infinite creativity deep within the mind at the transcendental level. Both techniques will bring about deep relaxation in body and mind, and both will enable your individual mind to transcend thought and arrive at its source at the transcendental level of your mind. This place deep within us is the source of great creative energy and great creative inspiration and ideas. What this also does is link your individuality with your universality. Even a glimpse, even for a few seconds, of this state, which is known as transcendental consciousness in our terminology in English, or samadhi for those who are more familiar with the Sanskrit term that the yogis use. This, even just a glimpse of this, will stimulate creativity greatly because that's the home of all creativity deep within us. So you have this experience of samadhi, the deep peace, steady mind, creative ideas come, and then you come out of meditation and you jot the ideas down, then work on it later. This happened, I know, to four musicians from Liverpool who became known as the Beatles when they were at Maharishi's ashram. Maharishi was the teacher of transcendental meditation. He was the man, the guru who taught me how to teach meditation. The Beatles spent a number of weeks at his ashram in India, and they had dozens of songs come into their consciousness, and they told their guru about it. And they said, we have so many ideas while we're sitting in meditation to write these new songs. Can we come out of meditation? And he would say, no, just finish your meditation, then write them down. For those of you who are familiar with the Beatles' White Album, much of it was conceived in India in the deep levels of consciousness near the transcendent, where, as I said, creativity abounds. I should say one more thing about this transcendental consciousness, which is available to all of us, really, at the quietest level of the mind. When it's lived on a daily basis, this is what great teachers have called self-realization or enlightenment. When your consciousness is permanently attuned to the source of your life, to your own inner being. This is that place deep within. It's a non-changing place, as distinct from the changing thoughts and feelings, ideas, etc., that we have in the individual part of our mind. This source, which is non-changing, is at the universal part of our mind, the transcendent part of our mind. You're no longer, when you are enlightened, as I've just mentioned here, you're no longer interfering with the intentions of the creator. I mean, we're all, let's face it, we're all individuals. We all have our own thoughts and so forth. But when we become enlightened, we become instruments through which the creative intelligence of the universe, the higher power, can work through us directly without any interference on our part. This makes our every thought, word, and deed maximally creative. By doing any of these meditations, you're showing the muses that you can be counted on to have your consciousness in a receptive mode for the inspirations that flow to them. Many people have said that success comes from literally showing up, by being persistent, by being there. The same might also be said for the reception of creative ideas. I'll share a story with you that I had experienced many years ago. I was writing humor at the time for the National Lampoon and Playboy magazine, other disc jockeys and so forth. And Neil Simon happened to be the a guest speaker at the Museum of Broadcasting in New York City. And I attended, and he took questions, and I was fortunate enough to ask him a question. For those who may not be familiar, Neil Simon was probably the most successful comedic playwright of the 20th century. There's a theater on Broadway named for him. And so I asked him, I said, Mr. Simon, I told him I'd written for the National Lampoon and disc jockeys and so forth. And I said, what would be the next best thing to advance my career? And he said, write. I said, well, I do write, but should I get an agent? Would that help me? And he said, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. So my answer then would be to write. I said, well, I do, Mr. Simon, but with all due respect, should I move to Los Angeles? Would that be helpful? And he said, oh, I'm so sorry. I really misunderstood. My answer then would be write. He wanted me to sit at my computer in a regular way, even when I wasn't feeling particularly inspired. I believe the muses do too. And this is really an important tip I would give to anyone who wants to become more creative in their lives, in whatever that happens, in whatever way that happens to be, especially if it's writing or painting or composing music. And that is to regularly show up. I really believe that the muses respond when we show up. So I'm also want to share another way that I think creativity can flow very well for people, and that is through walking. I have found when my mind was most unfocused and relaxed in both body and mind, all kinds of creative ideas flowed. William Wordsworth, who became England's poet laureate, used to do that too, and wrote some of his best poetry walking around the lakes of England. Anything that relaxes the mind and takes it out of its preoccupations with the past and future will help bring it back to the present moment. We know Eckhart Tolle's book called The Power of Now. I suggest that we could also write a book called The Creativity of Now, because when awareness is alive in the present, it's most receptive to the whispers of inspiration from its deepest source. So breath work, meditation, walking are three forms of exercises that can help bring consciousness into that relaxed state that's receptive to creative impulses. Massage too, wonderful. I have found just being on a massage table, creative ideas flowing. Why? Because the body and mind are most relaxed. Power spots in nature are also great places to spend time, as they can lift your consciousness and stimulate receptivity to creative ideas. I found walking one of the vortexes in Sedona, Arizona, just a flood of creative ideas came. Walks in the woods stir creativity. Wordsworth wrote, there's a spirit in the woods. Being by the ocean, being in parks, give you the opportunity to be with negative ions, which fill the atmosphere. And these negative ions are high in concentrations in waterfalls, oceans, woods, mountains, and they tend to stimulate us, inspire us, evoke creativity. Typically, when I give this talk, I give a workshop on Awaken Your Creative Genius. I won't be doing that this afternoon because I'm here by remote. But if you'd like to learn some of these techniques that I've been talking about, you can, if you're interested, you can read a mini book that I wrote called Awaken Your Creative Genius. It's on the store, my website, carybayer.com. That's CaryBayer.com. under the mini book section of the coaching product series. So creativity is awesome. It's infinite. It's within you, and you can tap it and awaken it in any area of your life. Show up, let yourself relax in some way. I would say relax in some way, and then show up. And I think you're going to find a flood of creativity starting to come into your consciousness, and then start exercising it and allow yourself to be like the creator of the universe, creating on a regular basis. Thank you for your time and attention.
Be proud. Stand tall. My life is a canvas. This world is unknown. Let me be a masterpiece of the goddess on her throne. Of the goddess on her throne. Your life is a treasure, yeah. This world is a dream. You are the gold, don't you know? You're so precious as you can be, yeah. You're so precious as you can be. So stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small does nothing at all. Stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small does nothing at all. 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 Your life is a canvas. This world is unknown. So come on, let yourself be a masterpiece of the goddess on her throne. 'Cause that's what you are. You are the goddess up on her throne. So stand tall, tall as you can. Playing small does nothing at all. Come on, stand tall, yeah. Tall as you can. Playing small does nothing at all. 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 You're a symphony, such a majesty and a mystery. You gotta stand tall. Yeah, you gotta stand tall, tall as you can. 'Cause playing small does nothing at all. Stand tall, come on, tall as you can. Playing small does nothing at all. Nothing.
Okay, and now it's one of my favorite times. It's when we practice circulation. So we know with every inhale there's an exhale, and our blood circulates throughout our body. We have to give in order to receive. And so this is where we practice giving time, talent, and treasure. So I'm not sure how we do this. I have my offering here. Oh, I'm going to put it in the basket? Oh, first we're going to read an affirmation. I know that. But I just wanted to know how to give my money. I want to make sure that I don't get left behind here. I want to practice that circulation. Okay, so Ivor, if everyone will join me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Okay. So, taking all these beautiful gifts of time, talent, and treasure, knowing that they are all received, pressed down, and overflowing, returned to us, knowing that it is all God and all good, and you cannot outgive God. You can try, but you can't do it. So knowing that, and knowing that God is love, I just release it. I bless this. Actually, I bless all the gifts that have been received in the past that have allowed us to be here right now. I bless all the gifts that are here giving today to help sustain us and those in the future. And that includes all our wonderful volunteers sharing their time, talent, and treasure. So, as we just end that and anchor that, and so it is. Thank you so much.
I just want to let you know all the ways you can give. I guess we didn't give you this part.
No, you didn't give me.
Sorry about that. If you're in person, you can drop your donation in the basket. We take cash, check, foreign currency, whatever. And if you're online, you can scan the QR code, or you can visit celebrationcenter.org, our website, and click on the Give button. You can also mail your gift and can find our address at celebrationcenter.org, our website. Yes, Terry? Okay. Oh, yes.
I'm delighted to share that Roanne has submitted her application to be a member, and we have not quite had a chance to acknowledge it yet, but we're looking forward to having a ceremony for her in the near future. So, Roanne, would you please stand up and tell us how you found us, and or even better, come on up here for a minute. Yeah, come on up. And tell us about how you found us.
Hi everyone. I found you guys I think 3-4 years ago when I first moved from California to here. I was looking for a drumming ceremony, and I think it was one of you guys did a meetup to teach drums, and I came here and it was a free drums lesson. It was awesome. And then 3 years after, I became a breathwork facilitator, and I was looking for a perfect place for where I can do my breathwork class, because we do have a screaming therapy as well. So it takes an accommodating place to let us be able to scream. And I don't know, this place just came to mind. I said 3 years ago I went there, and I think they would be willing to accommodate us, and they've been so accommodating. It's been like such a nurturing space for our breathwork class. So I would love to be a part of this group. I am not making this up just because I can pass the membership, but every time I come here, it feels relaxing. It feels so like I'm like enveloped by you guys' care and love. So thank you.
And I don't want to scare you off, Roanne, but the last person we had a membership for is sitting over here is Jay, and he sang us a song for his membership ceremony. So not to set the bar too high, but...
Thank you so much for having me again. I look forward to meeting you in person someday, yes? I think a wonderful way to close our time together is We Let the Love by Ricky Byers. So I invite you to sing along with me. Feel the peace, the love, and the joy. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. You got it? We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let it be. How about we let the joy? We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let it be. the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let it be. Love one more time. We let the love wash over us. Yes. We let it be. Have an amazing week. Thanks again for having me.
Thank you, Amy, for the wonderful inspirational music. And let's give another hand to Cary Bear for telling us how to awaken our creative genius. So, usually at this time, we have an affirmation, but instead of an affirmation today, well, we might do that at the very end, but we're going to give a little goodbye, good luck, God bless you to TJ Schultz. So, TJ, would you come up here, please? Yay, TJ.
Guys,
So, first what we're going to do is we're just going to give you some words of, we're going to give you some appreciation. So why don't you sit down
All right.
here, and we've got some things to say. Amazing. And TJ is amazing because, we had this amazing online world, online, whatever you want to call it, that Ivor really created, Ivor, our head tech guy. But he created such an amazing thing that he needed help keeping all the moving parts going. So we were looking, it's not that Ivor couldn't do it, but we didn't want him to kill himself doing it. So we were looking for a sound person who could help him, and we found TJ. And we found somebody, well, first of all, who makes Ivor happy. And not that Ivor's hard to make happy, but we want Ivor to be happy. And second of all, we just found this bright beam of light who not only has sound, but he's got light. And I want to tell you, we are on TJ's website. And he's got a website, and he has a company. And he started it when he was 12. This is all on his website. It's amazing. Let me see if I can just bring it up here and read you a few things from it. Let me see if my phone's going to cooperate, because sometimes it doesn't. So TJ has a website, making your events sound great. He is a DJ. He does sound design. I don't really know what that is, but I don't care. It sounds really good. He does projection services, production services, sound engineering services, audio improvement and installation. And he also, with his family, every Christmas has a village of lights. Wow, this is amazing. Anyway, he is going off to Penn State to study sound engineering. And while we are sad that he is leaving, we are so excited for him to go on to his next step, and we just hope that he remembers us and maybe even comes back and visits us once in a while. And I do want to say, as a little sidebar, the perfect person working for you, when they have to leave, they find their replacement. And TJ found a replacement, who is Aiden back here, who you'll get to know more of. So isn't that a treat, too? So we know you're going to be so successful, and we wish you lots of love and amazing grace. And I want to invite, Terry.
I want to invite.
Sorry. I want to invite, she's giving me the hook.
No, I got so excited. I knew you were about to
know.
ask people to talk, but I got so
know.
excited.
Go ahead.
I had to
Other
say,
people can come up, too.
I had to say, it's not just the techie stuff. I mean, the techie stuff is wonderful, but what's really cool, TJ, is the attitude you brought of just general helpfulness. I think it was your second day here, I asked you to move a filing cabinet, a bookcase. And he just said, oh, okay. There was a certain look of fear, like, what have I got myself into, really? But the general helpfulness, the affableness, the open to anythingness, that's what I'm going to really remember, even beyond the technical stuff. So thank you.
Anybody else like to come up and give a little love? Joyce, you had a treatment that you did. Would you like to read it? We do prayer treatments, affirmative prayer, and Joyce wrote a prayer treatment for you.
As you can see, I wasn't expecting it at this point.
Okay. Oh,
While Joyce is bringing that up on her phone, I just want to express my appreciation for TJ. I've had some just delightful conversations about life with him and about his life, and I have yet to see that article in the Arlington magazine, but maybe it's still coming out. They did an article on TJ. Yeah, so we'll when we see that, we'll let everybody know and make some copies. But so I was just trying to figure out what, a send-off, and so I have a book for you that I took off my bookshelf, and it's not even marked up. This thing called You, it is an Ernest Holmes book. It's my favorite book by Ernest Holmes, and it helped me a lot when I was reading it during my practitioner studies, and so I wanted you to have a copy. So thank you for being you. I know you have a bright future. Yeah, and we look forward to hearing about that future, although, no pressure.
thank you.
I'm glad I sent this to you this morning because I was saying the initials backwards.
Right.
So it's really JT, right?
No, it's TJ.
TJ? Okay. Same as Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
Yes.
TJ,
That's what I put on my to-do list.
TJ the DJ.
Yeah, good.
That's how I remember it.
If you'll all just relax like we've all been talking about. There is only one infinite mind, and it rules and governs all of life. We are all a part of this one infinite mind. This perfect God mind created each and every one of us as spiritual beings having a human experience. As we know our true nature, we know we're able to tap into this one infinite mind to guide us in our human experience. As we know this for ourselves, we know this for our friend TJ. TJ is embarking on an exciting new phase of his life. We envision TJ's ability to make positive choices that easily lead him to achieve his goals. And as he learns and grows from his college studies, he advances toward a rewarding career. As TJ is blessed with success, his success blesses others. As he expresses himself in his chosen career, his positive outlook transforms his community and beyond. He makes a profound difference in the world. TJ is a capable, creative thinker. He sees no obstacles, only opportunities. And we recognize TJ's ability to apply creative thinking to all areas of his life. Creative thinking is TJ's superpower. We know this, we believe this, and we give thanks for this, and it is so. That's for you.
Okay. I think am I turning on this microphone? Okay. Because what I want to do next, I'd just like TJ to come up here and pass the microphone around, and if everybody can do one word, okay, maybe two, but that's it, of a lovely wish for TJ for his future.
Should I go up there?
Yes. And I'm going to say, am I on? Is this mic working? I'm going to say prosperity.
Thank you.
You can say 2 words then.
I don't know if I can keep it to 2 words. Because, so I'll give my word in a minute. But I was so delighted to see you here, and you have been here religiously every single Sunday, and that we expected you. You were here showing up, and Ivor was smiling so much when you first were here because he was going like, this guy is miraculous. He knows things that I don't, and it's even better. So thank you so much for your wonderful smile, your brightness, and your willingness to be here. And I know that you will succeed. So my word is success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adventures unexpected.
Meaningful connections.
Fun and freedom. College.
All right.
You want to go next? I'm new here.
Fun at Penn State and a beautiful campus. It's my alma mater, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Lifelong friends. Did I take yours?
Yeah, that was mine. But that's okay. You're not going to believe it. That's what I was going to say. Let's see. An abundance of new knowledge.
All right.
What am I supposed to say? I haven't been here in a couple of weeks. And,
Welcome back, Richard.
Yeah, but whatever it is. Just as you go on, be at peace.
All right.
With all the finals and everything, I will say ease and grace.
Ease and grace.
I went to Penn State as well. so
Really?
that's exciting, yeah. I'd say just fun and to be true to yourself.
Okay. We got a lot of Penn State here.
Love and life. And anything you want to say to us, TJ? I don't know. Give you a chance to defend yourself.
I don't know if defending myself is what it is. I want to say thank you to all of you because it's a blessing to be here. You guys are all so welcoming. I mean, every time I'm starting a new job, I'm always a little worried, like, what's everybody going to be like? What am I going to have to do? But here I was able to kind of jump in, and everybody was so welcoming, and it felt good to be here every Sunday right away. So it made my job so easy, and it made me want to show up every week because you guys are such a loving community. So thank you for letting me join you guys for the last 2 months. Yay. All right.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are affirming. We are affirming. Why doesn't everybody stand and repeat after me? We are blessed. With wonderful people working with us. And we are awakening our creative genius. Every day, every hour, every minute, every second. And so it is.